Good, happy Friday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Friday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Friday evening, so let's begin. First up, we're going to begin with a check of your weather. Weather right now is clear, 49 degrees. And also there is a wind advisory which will be in effect from 8 p.m. until 3 p.m. Saturday. With more on the weather forecast, let's go to WMUR News 9 meteorologist Eric Wiggler with a full weather forecast.
Switch on reliable. Switch on comfort.
Bye, Mom.
And switch on 25.
Thanks for clicking to WMUR.com. I'm meteorologist Eric Wegler. It's a beautiful day again outside, a full amount of sunshine, a few wispy clouds here and there, but again, a very nice day. The only trade-off is it's not going to end up in the 70s as we go into the afternoon. Big reason why there's a cold front that just cleared through, but a second front that's lurking upstream in parts of the Great Lakes. So as we go through the remainder of the day today, I do think we'll find highs basically holding where they are right now, if not falling off a few degrees from the 50s as we go through the second half of the day today. This is Futurecast. We'll take you through the afternoon here, and you'll notice, again, a lot of sunshine as we go towards sunset, but there is the cold front that's up in the Great Lakes right now, and it roars through once we go past sunset. Best chance for a stronger snow squall or two will be in and north of Laconia as we go towards midnight into Saturday morning, and I think as the line goes further south, it actually begins to lose steam. You can see the blues essentially melt away by first thing Saturday morning. Saturday is a beautiful day, a lot of sunshine, a bit of a wind as we go into the afternoon. But I think that will, again, start to clear things up really fast as we go into early Saturday morning. So in terms of when the squalls arrive themselves, by 6 p.m. in the North Country, and if they were to last all the way into southern New Hampshire between 10 and midnight tonight, that's when I think those will go through. The wind will be strongest first thing tomorrow morning between, say, 3 and 6 o'clock. We're expecting gusts between 20 and as much as 50 miles per hour, with the primary concern right along the southeasterly facing slopes of the White Mountains. The wind advisory in the tan here goes until midday on Saturday. The trend in temperature is impressive. We go from the 50s on Friday into the upper 20s by Monday afternoon. So some real impressive cold coming in, unseasonably cold, especially after the nice warm-up we had on Thursday afternoon. So in terms of the forecast and the details each day going forward here, a lot of sun Saturday afternoon, more in the way of cloud cover on Sunday as we turn the clocks forward. I think the coldest day is on Monday. Despite full sunshine, it's windy and the air mass is cold itself. So highs only end up in the upper 20s, but you factor in the wind and it's even colder than that. And as we go into the middle of the week here, this is next week, St. Patrick's Day doesn't look all that bad. Highs in the upper 40s with a bit of a wintry mix expected later on Wednesday, changing to rain on Thursday.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Eric Wiggler. Thank you for that weather forecast, Eric. And let's take a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. There are 77,764 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. There are 1,191 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire, and there are 78 current number of hospitalizations for COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And that is a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. School districts hold clinics to vaccinate teachers and staff members. Superintendents in Manchester, Salem say teachers excited to get vaccinated. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
Get moving with the Planet Fitness Black Card and get all the perks, like massage chairs and so much more. Join today.
Get all the perks of the PF Black Card for no enrollment with no commitment. Hurry, this offer ends March 16th.
A fine-tuned vaccine machine in action inside Dover High School. Shots going into the arms of teachers and staff, 30 every 15 minutes, 800 by day's end.
We're able to get entire SAU 11 through every Dover school, and then we're also doing all the private schools in Dover and all the charter schools as well.
Symbolic in its timing, it was Friday, March 13th, 2020, that schools learned everyone would switch to remote. A year later, the ultimate defense against COVID, the vaccine, finally a reality.
And that's a huge morale builder. It helps with the anxiety that people have. It's big in that way. And that then projects onto our students.
So it is so exciting, so hopeful, so cheerful, so celebratory. We are more than happy about today's.
In Manchester, about 1,400 teachers and staff getting shots at their clinic, and in Salem, another 640. A boost for educators in a district where students have been in class 5 days a week since September.
Despite all our staff's efforts and our students' efforts and the community's efforts, there's tremendous tension and stress day in and day out.
The teachers union calls it a big step for all districts as they work toward getting everyone back in the classroom full time.
We're, finally being treated and acknowledged as the essential workers that we really are. And it's really going to help us get back to, the in-person learning.
Some small closed clinics were held today as well. There'll be one in Portsmouth tomorrow and at Pinkerton on Sunday. So many happy people now. We're live in Portsmouth. Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Federal aid package includes money to help New Hampshire's vaccination program. State hopes for large vaccination shipment to help meet goals.
Now more than ever, we are mindful of keeping things clean and safe, especially in our homes. A Kohler touchless kitchen faucet.
Through the American Rescue Plan, New Hampshire is set to receive $3 billion in funding just in state and local aid, and more is on the way through public health support, education funding, and rental assistance.
Significant funding to help with vaccine distribution, contact tracing, genomic research, so we can continue to follow the variants.
Part of that funding will be used for the vaccination process moving forward for things like the National Guard, site rentals, technology, and more.
For example, there's probably 30 iPads right here with people being checked in. All those types of expenses, we need to make sure they're covered so it's not a burden on our citizens at the state level.
State Vaccine Coordinator Perry Plummer says the state is on track to make every adult eligible for a vaccine by May 1st.
We are ahead of schedule because of contracts with Walgreens, who have their own doses and increased vaccines. We have met our commitment of moving people up.
He says teachers should all be vaccinated by the end of March.
Our 2B population, which is the 50 to 64, we're hoping we get all those done in April, and then we can open it up in May. And then it really is just about how much vaccine comes in. We really don't know what the increases are. You hear what might be coming, but we have to base it on what we get every week, and there have been nominal bumps up, 10%.
Plummer says from day one, the federal government has said higher numbers of vaccine are on the way.
Other than the J&J, we haven't seen huge increases. We've been promised huge increases, and we're hoping that they come in. We really just don't know. All we can do is prepare for it, make sure that we're ready. If they come in, then we can transfer that right into giving vaccinations as quickly as possible.
In Exeter, Kristen Carosa, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. First Lady Jill Biden to visit Concord next week to promote new $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Get moving with the Planet Fitness Black Card and get all the perks, like massage chairs and so much more. Join today.
Get all the perks of the PF Black Card for no enrollment with no commitment. Hurry, this offer ends March 16th.
First Lady Jill Biden will visit New Hampshire next week to promote the American Rescue Plan for COVID-19. Good evening and thanks for staying with us. I'm Jean Mackin.
And I'm Mike Cherry. The White House says the First Lady will be in Concord Wednesday, but has not yet shared any other detail.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Challenges for children during pandemic more mental than physical, doctor says. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Get moving with the Planet Fitness Black Card and get all the perks like massage chairs and so much more. Join today.
Get all the perks of the PF Black Card for no enrollment with no commitment. Hurry, this offer ends March 16th.
Current state data shows more than 3,700 children ages 0 to 9 contracted COVID-19 in New Hampshire, and more than 8,800 cases for ages 10 to 19, with 8 hospitalizations for each group, on par with other states.
We've been really lucky in this pandemic that children, although being very much affected on a day-to-day basis with their routines, have not been affected from a morbidity and mortality standpoint.
And that still remains true, says pediatrician Dr. Tricia Groff.
It is possible for children to get sick from the virus, but it is incredibly unlikely for children to die from this virus, which should be very reassuring to parents.
Vaccine trials are underway for children as young as 6 years of age, but experts say there's a chance kids even younger may not need to be vaccinated.
The virus has to get into cell by binding to a protein on the surface. That protein is called ACE2. Most young children don't have that protein. That's why they generally don't get infected.
While the physical impacts remain minimal, doctors say parents need to be aware of the effects of the pandemic on their child's mental health, adding a majority of cases they see involve mental health crises.
I see a lot of younger people in crisis, a lot of depression, anxiety, just from isolation from their friends and not being allowed to develop in a normal way right now.
And to help deal with the mental health aspect of the pandemic, doctors suggest starting up play dates again, but only if they can be done safely, like outdoors in the warmer weather. And with low risk from the virus and an increase in teacher vaccinations, they say parents should consider sending their children back to school to try to help rebuild some normal routine. Reporting live tonight, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Biden lays out new benchmark for vaccine rollout. Let's take a listen to the video.
The lines between us is just lies. You see us, we were made from the same stuff. Beyond.
President saying we could be back to some kind of normal by the 4th of July. We will talk exclusively to the White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki right there in just a few moments. But first, let's go to our senior White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, with the very latest on all of this. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Cecilia. Well, this was a big moment for the president. Biden using his first primetime address to both comfort the nation, but also offer hope, setting this new goal, saying if Americans stick to the rules, wear your mask, get vaccinated, then that 4th of July barbecue with your friends and loved ones may be possible.
We all lost something, a collective suffering, but in the loss, we saw how much there was to gain in appreciation, respect, and gratitude. Finding light in the darkness is a very American thing to do.
Exactly 1 year after the pandemic upended life as we knew it, President Biden now laying out a roadmap for a return to something a lot closer to normal, saying he'll direct all 50 states to make all adults eligible for the vaccine by May 1.
That doesn't mean everyone's going to have that shot immediately, but it means you'll be able to get in line beginning May 1.
Confident in the vaccine rollout, the president laying down a new benchmark, saying by the 4th of July, Americans may be free to celebrate together in small groups.
That will make this Independence Day something truly special, where we not only mark our independence as a nation, but we begin to mark our independence from this virus.
But Biden with a caveat.
The scientists have made clear that things may get worse again.
According to the White House, the president pored over each line of this speech, his first primetime address, trying to make sure he struck the right tone, projecting hope while remembering the lives lost.
I carry a card in my pocket with the number of Americans who have died from COVID to date. As of now, total deaths in America, 527,000. 726.
The remarks capping a monumental day for the administration, coming just hours after the president signed his sweeping $1.9 trillion COVID relief plan into law, sending $1,400 checks to most Americans, who could see those payments hit their bank accounts as soon as this weekend. It also extends federal unemployment benefits through early September at $300 a week and provides billions of dollars for vaccine distribution, testing, and small businesses. The bill passing without any Republican support. They argued the price tag was just too high. The president touting the law, arguing it's the cost of bringing the country through this crisis.
This country will be vaccinated soon. Our economy will be on the mend. Our kids will be back in school. I promise you, we'll come out stronger with a renewed faith in ourselves, a renewed commitment to one another, to our communities, and to our country.
Now, this was also a turning point speech, the president drawing sharp contrast with his predecessor and urging Americans to trust the government to protect them. President Biden will now be hitting the road to promote his stimulus plan. The president making a big push to inform Americans about these benefits and the relief that's being provided by he and Democrats. George.
Mary Bruce, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fan.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Thank you for joining us for this Friday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Have a great evening. See you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Good night and goodbye, everyone.